made a video of him forever. I was feeling really down. I never actually made many videos, but decided to do at least one. And yeah, I would like to do a story time video. I thought that might bring me more joy, possibly, but maybe not. Who knows? I have no idea what I want to be doing or playing or anything at all. I don't want to be playing a normal match because that could get me off, so I'm just gonna play a private game of Battleground and maybe just build a giant fort. I don't know. But a story time. I have no idea what to think of for a story. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it load while I think. Ah, yes, that time I went to Universal. I'm going to pitch a story about how the time I went to Universal, which was actually about a month or so ago. I went to Universal and Disney World, but I went on a bunch of rides, and I remember, like, my dad insisted on taking me on, like, these 2 or 3 specific rides, and they were all these they were all log flume rides, and my clothes were oh so wet, like, oh so wet. After we got out of them, and like they were like, "Oh, what's wrong? What is wrong?" And it's like, my shoes are soaking wet. What do you think is wrong? But yeah, like all of my body was soaking wet because of the log flume. My ears were flooded because of people screaming. Yeah, that was what happened on the Universal trip. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I just had to take a second. But yeah, that's kind of what happened, and it was really wet, and like we decided to go to Dr. Seuss World, and the whole time, and I was just like, I want to leave, I want to leave, I want to leave, and my dad's like, why do you just want to leave? And I'm like, 'cause I'm soaking wet. Yeah, it's not the best story I've ever seen, but nah, I have unknown inspiration from a YouTube video that was uploaded 3 hours ago. I'm gonna see if anybody can find out and put together the pieces of what today's date is and when it was uploaded. Maybe a certain person, you know? I have no clue. But yeah. I went to Universal when everybody was screaming and stuff. As well as that when I went to go there, I went inside of the Mummy ride and there was just fire blasting in my face. Like, I don't think anybody's going to take this and just be like, oh, well, I'm going to Universal Studios and take this. But like, if you have any friends that go there and that's going there or anything, just tell them that do not go on the Mummy ride unless you want to get really hot, because there's fire blasting everywhere. The fire never touches you, but it feels like a blaze, like a literal blaze is touching your face. That was not a very good story time, was it? I need to write out a script or something and think of an actual good story time. But on the topic of that, I may as well go on to the topic of Disney World. Yeah. When I went to Disney World, there wasn't too much to say. It was fun. It was a normal Disney World experience. But I remember every day I was so tired after every single day that I would never go back, so I never actually got to go on the Jungle Cruise, and I was upset about it. But I did go to Animal Kingdom. That was probably my favorite one. Epcot was so hot because I went there in Florida, and it was just... Epcot was just something else. Like, I'm not even joking. Epcot was just something else. And by something else, I mean way too hot. Like, I'm not even joking. It probably would have been 100 degrees. Or it probably was like 100 degrees out. I couldn't tell. I want to get it. Oh, that's good. But yeah, that's what happened at my Disney and Universal trip. I know this was not a good story at all, but I hope at least somebody enjoyed it. Wait, I don't know what to talk about. If anybody ends up actually thinking of any story times that they want me to do, like, oh, did you do this, did you do that, blah blah blah, let me know. Not that I think anybody's watching this channel at all, but I may as well think. Yeah. I forgot that existed. Yeah, if anybody's actually watching this, if you want me to do a certain story time, oh, did you do this, just comments it, I guess. I don't read my comments very often unless they have, and my videos have any views on them. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't assume they do. I will read the comments though within about a month of this video, and then I'll do a story time there. I still gotta think up an idea that I just want to ramble about. Because I just decided, you know what, I had this inspiration, I'm gonna go talk about something, and then I'm just like, you know what, I have no idea what to talk about. So yeah, that's all for story time, I guess.